hands, spread the flames, and fed her panic. The warlag's body shifted again, rolling toward her, and she jerked back in horror. Moons of mercy, were the dead rising to claim her? But the sudden movement sent a black wash of pain over her head, and she could barely see where the shadows of brush beckoned. With a silent scream against the agony, she slid into their sharp embrace like a broken doll, her teeth bared to bite back her shriek, and her breath still caught in her chest from the frozen grip of fear. On the other side of the fire, a warlag turned, its bulbous eyes searching. There was blood on the soil, blood on its claws. It hesitated, and then a waft of throat-choking smoke curled between them, hiding her where shadows of deep roots pressed against her back, steadying her as the burning forest swallowed her body and the blackening waves swallowed her mind. All she saw, all she heard, was the warlags tearing and snapping at the broken bodies and burning wagon, the flame-lit canvas and clothes. Pain. Burning, crushing pain. She crawled, cringing under the brush, clinging to the gray shadow of the wolf that urged, carried, dragged her on. This way. Through here. She could not focus her eyes, her mind any more. Wait. Duck. There was blood on her hands, her clothes, her face. Hurry. The roaring in her ears kept rhythm with the growls of bloated warlags feasting in the obscenely dancing light behind her, and the snap of human bones was the death drum in her ears. She did not have to look back to see the hairy forearms that dragged to their knees when they stood, and the other spindly middle arms that tore at the riding beasts like the cutters on a farmer's plow. Their beetle jaws dripped blood and tendons as they fought over a body. Ember Dione whimpered and dragged on. It was dark. Night voices flickered in and out of her ears, but the gray shadow led her on when she cried out, and the rough tongue licked at the pain till she fell into the dark fire of her pulse, where the black heat blinded her. Blood, thin and warm, dribbled down her face and slid into her ear, and as the noise drowned, the dark again became complete. It was dawn when she woke, her head throbbing dully, the air green with morning dusk. Her slender body was curled in the growth of a deadfall, her gashed legs stretched stiffly out to one side, and her black hair tangled in the twigs. A sharp branch stuck into her cheek. Against her back, the gray wolf was warm, proof of the early chill that was seeping through the moss and the calm that greeted her wakening. No burned-out wagons met her eyes, no smoldering fires caught at her ears. Just the blood that stiffly soaked her clothes and the pain that killed her thoughts. And she remembered. Her brother, Ram, torn apart like a bird under the warlag's raging jaws. The slim woman bit back the sob, clenching her fists and closing her eyes. Oh, Ram. She forced her eyes to see again, forced her mind to admit she had seen him die. The warlags. She had seen him fall, slashing and cutting with his sword under the force of the beasts that tore him apart, while gray Hishn ripped at a monster's black carapace. And then the warlags closed in, and the wolf jumped clear, and her twin, he was gone. Just like that. Dead. Ram, the merchant, the guards, everyone, she told herself harshly, everyone dead but her. Her throat grew tight against the agony that racked her like a rising storm shaking a fragile house, and she pushed the thoughts away, curling closer into the wolf's thick fur. Was this the grief of death, she asked herself? The blinding ache? The gray one's fur lay gritty against her tears, and she wondered if she was crying for the mangled bodies of those she once knew, or the empty disbelief.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.